Watched our last video, you would have known that I screamed at the end of episode 2
about pizza.
The Gaming Corner. The pizza's here, bye! So now we're eating pizza, and while we're doing this, welcome to Clueless Sports Fan. Bruce is not wearing sunglasses like a jockey douche this time. So anyway, Bruce, what's going on in the news of the Srops?
Well,
otherwise sports backwards.
Some of the probably the biggest news story of the week or the weekend is that.
Oh. So all the people that have said, "I want you to make. When are you gonna make a new eating video?" Ah! Is a double video.
Pretty much.
Us eating Domino's and Clueless Sports Fan episode 2.
We're having pan pizza, the new pan pizza, and if you know anything about pan pizza, it's thicker and larger and cheesier too. A lot more cheese. Anyway, so the biggest sports news of the weekend, I would say, and it just like occurred yesterday too, is that #1 Kansas State and #2 Oregon went down. Meaning that their perfect season and their hopes of playing a national championship game are pretty much done. Which means that #3 Notre Dame, who are still undefeated, are #1 now. So to all the Notre Dame fans, to all the Fighting Irish fans, congrats. And the funny thing, this kind of ties into games, is that the last time that Notre Dame was #1, Nintendo introduced the Game Boy. And this was way back in 1989.
So now when they're #1 again, a new Nintendo platform is being launched.
What do you know, huh? It's very coincidental almost.
Yeah. So, yeah.
And Alabama moved back to #2.
Aren't you supposed to be asking me questions?
Oh yeah, you know who Notre Dame is, right?
Yeah, they're a college named after the Disney Hunchback.
Do you know who Kansas State is?
$3 is para kilo.
What?
$3 is?
Yeah.
So you can have 4.
Yeah,
So
4.
I thought $2.
You
can have 4 people.
My calculation said 4.8, so he'll probably be able to get a 5th piece.
Okay, so anyway, okay, so yeah, okay, so I told you Notre Dame is named after the Disney Hunchback. Next,
do you know what Kansas State is?
Huh?
Kansas State.
What about them?
Do you know who that is?
Kansas State College.
Like what's their mascot, or what's the team
What
name?
What is their mascot slash team name? I believe they are called the Kansas. I believe they're called the Kansas City Hole in the Anus.
I apologize to all the Wildcat fans out there.
Oh, I do not mean any offense whatsoever.
Okay,
I'm just
okay. Do you know what Oregon is?
Oregon. Are they called the Oregon? Are they called the Oregon Tillamook cheese?
Nope. The Oregon Ducks. You know, have you seen the mascot? He's one of the coolest mascots out there. Anyway, so
I don't think they're as cool as Donald.
Oh, I see.
Or Daffy.
He's almost kind of like similar to.
Or Duck from The Walking Dead. Actually, Duck is an idiot.
Another big sports story is that Johnny Manziel, also known as Johnny Football of Texas A&M, the quarterback, the freshman quarterback, the redshirt freshman quarterback. I know, right? It's hard to believe. Well, right now, a lot of experts have him projected to win, or he's leading in the Heisman race. So, do you know what the Heisman Trophy is?
I do know that Robert Griffin the Third. I don't know exactly what the Heisman. Oh, I know. Heisman sounds like Heinz. So maybe they get a free trophy filled with ketchup, and they get to bob for apples in it. That sounds disgusting. Apples and ketchup. Not a good combination.
That is disgusting. Pretty much the Heisman is the highest award awarded in college football. It's pretty much the MVP of football.
I see.
So yeah, and right now a lot of people have him leading it. And you know, a freshman has never won the Heisman Trophy. So if he were to win it, he'll be the first. Okay, so as I mentioned, he plays for Texas A&M. That's my favorite team, Giga Aggies. And right now they're number 8, 9, 10 in the country. That's really good though. And last week they beat number 1 Alabama, former number 1 Alabama, and that was the biggest news story of last week. And that's pretty much the only topic that I'll cover last week. But that was so big. That was one of the best college football games I've ever witnessed in my life, especially coming from an Aggies fan, you know. And it was really big. Do you know who the SEC is?
Huh?
The SEC.
The SEC.
Mm-hmm.
Is it the Sexual Erection Committee?
It's the...
Man, I am on fire tonight.
It's the conference that both teams play in, Alabama and Texas A&M. It's known to be the best conference in college football.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a lot of conferences. Can you name one other conference?
One other conference.
In college football. At least one.
Honey Badger shits on bees. Who is Honey Badger? Oh, fuck it.
No, we won't even get the Honey Badger. At least not this year. If this was last year, it would be alright, but not this year. I'll give you a hint. He's not even playing at the moment.
Okay, so what's next?
Next is the big MVP awards of MLB. As in, baseball awards, pretty much. Well, the AL MVP was given to Triple Crown winner Miguel Cabrera of the Detroit Tigers. Do you know what a Triple Crown winner is? Or do you know what the Triple Crown is? What does it mean when you win the Triple Crown?
That means you get 3 crowns placed on your head and you chug some Triple Crown whiskey. I don't even know if that's the name of a brand.
Triple Crown means that you lead in home runs, RBIs, and batting average.
Okay.
Yeah. And guess what? He was the first one to win it in like 40 plus years. So it's pretty rare.
Mm.
But yeah,
fuck it. I was going to make a very bad taste joke.
Alright. And then the NL MVP went to Buster Posey of the...
Buster. The last time I heard someone have the name Buster, it was 1936.
Anyway, so he plays for the Giants, the San Francisco Giants, a team I hate. But, what's something that they've done in 2 of the last 3 years, the Giants?
The Giants?
Something big. The San Francisco Giants.
Well, the Giants had a problem. They had erectile dysfunction. So, because everything else about them was giant, except for the private area. So they took a Viagra, and now the private area is just as large as... So it's directly proportional. So that's something that the Giants have done. Another thing the Giants have done is they got into a fight with Tony the Tiger. And that's all I know.
Okay, that was way off. That was way wrong. What the Giants did, the San Francisco Giants, that they've done in 2 of the last 3 years, is win the World Series. They won the big prize. They swept the Detroit Tigers, 4-0.
Okay.
Anyway, another big thing in sports. Well, as you know, the NFL is halfway through the season. But as it's halfway through the season, the NBA just started. And right now, the team with the best record are...
Minnesota Timberwolves!
They're doing pretty good, even
really?
without their best players, but they're not the best record. That reward will go to the New York Knicks. And the Memphis Grizzlies are like right there.
What is he doing?
Anyway, okay. Did you know that the New York Knicks, did you think that they would have the best record in basketball?
Well, in my entire lifetime, the Knicks have always sucked. Until, from what I've heard, a few years recently. Because the last time I truly followed the Knicks, Patrick Ewing was still there. Mm-hmm. And now he's like, then he became a coach, and now he's just not doing anything.
Fun fact.
But I do know about Linsanity, but I'm kind of happy because he's on my hometown team. He's on the Rockets now. We'll get into that later.
Mm-hmm. You know that this is the best start that the Knicks have had since the 93-94 season.
Oh, damn.
What did they do that season?
They went into the finals with the Bulls?
Nope. It was the Rockets.
Oh, damn.
Remember, they lost to the Rockets. But yeah, they went to the NBA Finals the last time they had a record as good as they're having now. And the last time, and before that, when they had a record as good as that, they not only went to the finals, but they won it. So the last 2 times that they've had a record as good as this, they went to the finals. So we'll see what happens this year. Now, do you think that they're a better team than the Heat? Because as you know, they're the defending champions.
Who?
The Miami Heat.
Well, it's gonna be hard to tell because anybody in Miami, you are Cuban. Lots of Cubans.
I don't think any Cubans even play on the Miami Heat.
Well, hang on. Okay, the thing is, guys, if you go to Florida, you're Cuban. If you go to Texas or California, you are Mexican. And if you go to New York, you're a son of a bitch.
So what does that have to do with their title chances?
I don't know. And I really don't know. I'm
Right.
just being me right now.
So, okay, so we all know the Lakers haven't got to their best start. That's my team. But I'm still confident because they got a new coach in Mike D'Antoni.
Wait,
Name 2 of...
Wait, so the guy that replaced Phil Jackson got replaced?
Yeah.
Oh, that was fast.
Yep. So, yeah, that's what everyone else said. Okay, so name the 2 big acquisitions that the Lakers got over the offseason.
They got...
Give you a hint. One's a...
I know this.
Okay.
I actually know something. They got, Dwight Howard, and they got the only Nabisco saltine in the NBA that's famous, Steve Nash.
Correct the mundo! Let's all give a clap.
But he did. But I remember on Twitter, he showed me he has the best celebration video ever. He got a can of beer from another car past driving by him.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Anyway, now that we've covered those 2 teams, let's talk about the Brooklyn Nets, who are
This is still all new news to me because they're still the New Jersey Nets to me. It's just so weird.
Okay, I'll be honest. I've gotten used to calling them the Brooklyn Nets. I think it just
Doesn't Jay-Z own them?
He owns like less than 1% of them.
Oh,
but
which means that he's only important to Mitt Romney. Because Mitt Romney only cares about the 1%.
Wow, I don't think that had anything to do with that. But okay. Yeah, some Russian dude actually owns some Russian billionaire owns the team.
That's funny.
Named Pekarov. Anyway, so the Brooklyn Nets, I'm used to saying that. The Brooklyn Nets. There's so much swagger into that. And you know,
so much swagger that their official sponsor is Old Spice deodorant, which is swagger scent.
Yep.
Because that's a real scent from them.
And you know, you have to believe in your smell, you know? Yeah.
True
anyway,
that.
obviously
true that, motherfucker. True
Yeah.
that. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Anyway, so the Barclays Center, of course, is where they play now, and it's a really nice stadium, like $1 billion stadium in Brooklyn. And then, but here's the thing, right? In their jerseys, they got a lot of flack because they're kind of bland, they're kind of simple, right? They're just black and white, you know, almost similar to like Spurs colors, except without the silver. But here's the thing, I still can't get used to. I'm not used to calling them just Nets, because every time I see Nets on display, I think New Jersey Nets.
Yeah.
But when I see Brooklyn Nets, I'm like, okay, I get it, you know.
It's kind of like, do you know who Jason Voorhees is? No. Do you know who Jason is? Oh yeah, the guy from Friends. That's so weird. That never made any sense to me.
Yeah. Anyway, so the Brooklyn Nets, I said from the beginning, would make the playoffs, and let's face it, the East is not the best conference. The West is a better conference, so the Nets have an
I know, because
road.
the East has to deal with bitchy weather, while the weather in the West is. That's why they have good conferences, so that their business meetings don't get fucked up in their business conferences. That's what you were talking about, right, Bruce? Conferences.
Sure.
This is just me fucking around like I always do.
Anyway, so the Nets, I think, have a pretty nice, solid starting five, led by, of course, Deron Williams, one of the best point guards in the NBA. I played the Nets online on 2K13, and they're actually pretty good in the game, and that's one of the few wins I actually got.
Oh, by the way, I shaved. You can read all about it.
Yep.
Or watch it. It's embarrassing.
I think the last thing we'll go over is the Rockets.
Yeah. So this is a new generation.
A new age.
A new age, because now we have a new black guy and a new Asian guy replacing the older generation of the black guy and Asian guy before. Now it's no longer about Tracy McGrady and Yao Ming. Now it's about Jeremy Lin and the guy who got punched by World Peace or elbowed. It's still so funny. That is just so ironic. You get hit by someone called World Peace. Anyway,
you know his name, right?
Yeah. So, and his beard is even more epic. It could just outbeat Billy Gibbons.
You know his name, right?
His name is James Hardon.
Hardon.
No, it's James Hardin.
Hardin. All right.
So it's hidden. Yeah.
Anyway, do you know what team that he was traded from?
He was in the Yokohama Japan Grizzlies.
No, he was with the Thunder.
He was in the Oklahoma City Lightning.
So what? So what? The hockey team's now the Tampa Bay Thunder?
I don't know. You know how I am.
It's a hockey joke. Speaking of hockey, there's a lockout. So we can't say anything about fucking hockey because they're in a lockout right now, and hopefully it fucking ends because the LA Kings are going to be the defending champs.
That's so weird. California has two kings: Sacramento Kings and
the
LA
Los Angeles Kings.
That's gonna get confusing.
Well, I mean, if you call them LA Kings, it's not as confusing because they're like LA Kings. But if you just say Kings, then you're pretty much referring to Sacramento.
Last time,
but you have to say LA Kings.
You want to know what's funny?
What?
The general public doesn't give a shit about Sacramento.
You know, for the most part, yeah. Because I mean, when you think about, because you know, the Kings might not even play there any longer. They're trying their best to make them stay.
Because what the hell can you do in Sacramento? Nothing. It's all about L.A., San Diego, San Francisco, and Oakland, and pretty much every city except Sacramento is better than that. And if you are from Sacramento and you're watching this, I'm sorry. You know how I am. I like to mess around.
Okay, maybe Oakland isn't the best place to live, but
hey, my dad was from Oakland.
Yeah, but
you shut the fuck up.
No, but the crime rate is pretty bad. Yeah. Come on, you know what I mean. Anyway, Oakland...
Actually, I've never heard of that.
Oh, Oakland might not be the best place to live for your children, but
yeah,
it's a relatively...
Think about the children.
The children! Anyway, yeah, you know, we would talk about hockey, but there's a lockout, so...
So, I'm bored. Good night.
Oh, and college basketball season's begun. Go Blue Devils! Anyway.
I'm neutral. I don't have a favorite, so you don't have to hate me. Ah!